Ahoy there, I'm TinyPirate. Welcome back to Dawn of Man Season 2, where the Northland Challenge is being played by me. We're in hardcore mode, which means more raiders and badder weather, and I can't pause and all that kind of stuff. And what I'm going to do actually, as you see here, we've got this little grass, which I've... Well, let's just... Oh, I can't pause. Sorry, I can't pause to delete that. Okay, we'll have to come back to that. So, what are we doing? We're sounding the horn. As you can see, I've set up a bit of a fence line, and there's been a little bit of a jump since the last episode. I know some of you have noticed that, and that's because I wanted to set up a fence line, and I haven't done anything else really except wait for that to come through. Anything else I thought would be a little... I'm closing the door. She won't possibly be able to get in now, adult female. You can try, but the gates are closed. Just try not to... No, don't go that way. No. That's not allowed. Would you just... I don't know what they thought they were doing. Well, one of them's running in. What are you guys doing? Just... Okay, I don't know what they're doing. Okay, we're opening the gates. We're carrying on. So anyway, point was, yes, the sort of fence line's laid out. I'm telling them to harvest this as fast as possible to drain it because I want to see if I can get a stone circle on there. I've just sort of thought that would be quite cool. I'm even tempted to try and replace or remove this hut. Can I actually sneak it over here? I want to put towers there potentially. I can put it there though, and I'm pretty sure a defensive tower would fit. Yeah, I can fit a whole bunch in there. So I quite like this idea of this little L shape because I'm hoping that, well, I'm going to have to move the stables, but you know, I can line watchtowers along here, which makes a real kill zone. And likewise over here, I've got this as a gate option. I don't see any raiders coming from this way yet, but there is a little bit of a opportunity here for a bunch of stuff to come in. And what I also want to do is I want to cancel, and I'm having a hard time clicking on it. I want to cancel some of these fields so that we can march our souls without having to go through the grass. They should be able to just leave very pleasantly and gently. Are you coming? Hang on, we're going to take control of you so we can... Well, not take control. We're going to walk through our... Wow, that looks awesome. That looks actually really cool. I'm quite pleased with that little pathway of the dead. There are other people who can use it, of course. It's just where the dead go. In Maori myth, it's quite common for there to be a couple of different jumping off places for the dead. So one of them's at the top of the South Island, at Farewell Spit, aptly named, and another one is at the top of the North Island, where in theory there's a, well, there still is a massive Pahutakawa tree, which is like a big old, kind of like a mangrove with red flowers, and in theory the spirits of the dead descend off the edge of the top of the North Island and down the big Pahutakawa tree that's there, down the roots into the underworld, ready to continue their journey, because it's a bit of a journey if you die in Maori mythology. So if you don't know what that is, that's the local people of New Zealand. So onwards with this lot. Enough babbling by me. I think I'm going to get stilting. People have said I can jump straight through to the higher techs. It's probably true, but I might get... No, I might just leave it. Maybe I'll leave it. I'm also a little bit reluctant to get cattle, because in my other game, you'll probably see if you watch the biggest town video that's either out shortly or already out. Yeah, in that video, cattle basically take over the entire world. I end up with more than I can possibly ever do anything with. It's a real nightmare. Oh, what just happened there? Someone just murdered that mouflon? I should have captured it. We do have some sheep and goats quite happily growing, and I think we will be okay for straw for them, especially if I keep an eye on trader provided straw, which isn't uncommon. Meanwhile, I've moved the deforesting project over here, and yeah, I'm just going to clear all of it. Eventually I think I'll just put in farmed trees, and we should be able to grow all the way along the edge of this river, which I think will be excellent. So I need a bit more tech to come through first, and we're going to jump into the copper age. Get those copper weapons running. So yep, sheep are out. Do I have at least a male and a female? I do have a male. I have 2 males. Don't tell me. Where's the other one? Hang on. Just... Oh, I can't pause. I keep trying to pause. Adult. Oh, I wish I could figure it out from this. Adult male is the first one. Are they all males? I really hope not. Wouldn't surprise me if they were. So I have managed to clear a little pathway through there. I think that looks quite good now. I like that. That's about as good as we're going to get, I think, for this. And we're down to one more stone here, and then we can check to see if the beautiful large structure can go through. And what have we got here? Piles of goats, that's fine. North settlement, yay, achievement. I don't know why. Oh, we got our population to 56 max. Good, that is finished. Let's see if we can get the stone circle in. No! Why not? I'm going to remove these houses. We're going to just get rid of this one and put in another one. Not stables. No, what am I trying to click? I'm trying to click housing and absolutely failing because I'm a muppet. So, where are you going to go? I think you can just go down here. I'll keep away from the fence line. And 51, 56, we can afford to tear this one down as well. And then let's see if we can throw a stone circle on the top. Okay, so the traders come through. I'm going to try and buy another couple of sheep. The price is high, but I do have a lot of harpoons, which is good. And I have a fair amount of linen cloth piling up as well, more so than we've needed. So I think that will work good. So 5 and 5, 20, that's all of them housed. 5 sheep, there should be at least 1 lady sheep in there. And this is almost done. I want to get my spiritual structure on the hill. Anywhere? No? Oh, I saw it there. A little bit close to the town, but that's fine. Okay, so that's going to come up too. That will just have to do. And we'll get another little... can we fit in another house again? Yeah, we'll just plop it there. There we go. That's going to be brilliant. I do need to go and find all of the menhirs now that they need to go and dig up, which is going to take them a little while. The megaliths are a very slow and cumbersome project, and actually I think... Yeah, I wish they would use their sheep, or not sheep, sorry, I wish they'd use their horses and donkeys to pull the blimmin' things in, but they don't, they have to do it by hand. I'm going to pretend that that's a spiritual thing, you know, suffering and work and all that kind of stuff. What on earth is just, what on earth was that? It's a whole bunch of people hunting. Okay, fine. We're going to have to cut back on the hunting soon as well, because we just don't need it. And I've lost count of how many menhirs that is, but we're just going to tell them to dig all of them up. And then we'll come round and grab at least 6, which will be the job. Perfect. Alright, you lot crack on. More raiders are coming in. We have a couple of people who are going to try, they're very unhappy, trying to get away from the raiders as fast as they possibly can. I suspect that they're not going to make it. No, that doesn't look too good for them. Whoop, let's slow down. Let's close the gate. Stay inside, stay inside. Leave alone our path of the dead, please. We got 2 of them have died, which is a shame. But we have got a bunch of the raiders down. Oh no! Grogor, you're soon going to be walking the path as well, aren't you? Let's open the gate. Oh no, you survived. Grogor, what a hero you are. And I think that's all of the raiders dead. Yes. Excellent. No significant disruption to production, which is the most important, except for this poor old Golruck, who was an old and sad male and dropped a log, so to speak, and took off. So we have had a bunch of resources come through. I've told them to build this. The population thingamy is good. Housing is good. This little hill here is going to be the thoroughfare through town into our sort of production areas. Although I am kind of tempted to move the food storage, I think. We're going to move our food racks. No, not that. Come back to me. Where are you? Production, food dry. I think we're going to put them sort of more, sort of over here-ish, I'm suspecting. Just because we want to, I think we can do that. And I want to tear these down just because I'll just turn off all the drying on them. Because I want to make sure there's a bit more room. What on earth is going on? I think there's a bit of goat murdering out there. I'll set the limit at 15 so we can get enough sheep in. We are going to have to put in more storage and what have you. So another bit of production I wouldn't mind is I think I want to put some skin dryers over here too. which means I'm going to turn off these as well, so when they're done they can be dismantled and we'll have a nice little boulevard around this part of town down into here. I think that's going to look lovely. That does matter, at least it kind of does to me. The rest of it, I don't know, game is ticking along quite well. I'm going to just skip forward a little bit more. Oh, actually, what the heck am I doing? Copper Age. We actually can do things now. Let's get a copper mine going. And we'll worry about all these other techs later. And I'm just going to leave pigs and what have you off the blimmin'. We're not going to bother with them unless I absolutely have to. So, what are we looking for? We're looking for metallurgy and copper. And I should probably put on the old vision so I can tell it more easily. Copper. Is it that one? It is that one. Good. And other than that is iron. I do want to jump to iron as fast as I possibly can. So that is the copper mine, which is going to require its own set of production systems, which I think I'm going to put over here. Kind of thinking about it, yeah, I'm going to recycle these wood piles, get rid of them. I might just pop them all the way over here for now, because it's just a pile for wood. So, you know, just slam them down anywhere, dude. Like, bam, there we go. Good, 2 wood piles. Meanwhile, over here, let's get our starting metallurgy stuff going. So, we need a charcoal pit. One of those seems to be fine. We need a pit furnace. I want to put in at least 2, so I don't know. That seems to be fine. And have I left enough room for a metal shop? Not really, but it's not too bad. I think that works quite well. I'm pleased this is just basically a pile of dirt. It's a pile of clay and dirt in theory. And that's fine, and this is coming up nicely as soon as they gather a bit more wood, which it looks like I'm going to have to move this a bit over to here, and we might put a couple of people on it. Yeah, that should do the trick very nicely. Actually, I'm going to put down one more wood gathering area because we just need a lot of it, what with all these fences going up in particular. So these will produce a bunch. Let me check the limits. I don't want it to go too crazy. 10 is fine. All of that is fine. So as soon as the metal shop goes up, I can switch over to tool making. In fact, if I was very clever, I would stop all of this tool making now, except I think for those 2. Especially because I can sell so many of these fishing tools. We've got so many of them. So when the trader comes through, we're going to be absolutely flush with getting rid of that stuff, which is brilliant. Not enough stable space. I am aware. It's definitely... it's on my list of things to do, shall we say. So, oh, where we go. Stables. Yeah. Can we squeeze one in along the river here? Not really. If I get over here, I can. And I think I will chuck it down there because I'm not too worried if it gets a bit caught out by the bad guys. Meanwhile, all of this is just looking brilliant, I think. Tons of storage, and these will upgrade beautifully. And we have even more tech here. So we can work on fruit tree domestication. And I'm inclined to do that a bit more this game. I didn't do much of it in the last game. So I shall. Why not? Where would be good? I kind of don't want to... like... here... maybe we do, like... that can be pear trees. And what else have we got? Cherries. We'll just do a row of cherries. Alright, have we got enough? Yeah, we're fine. We got cherries, pears, chestnuts, and a service tree. Maybe I'll just do... can I get some... yeah, we'll do a whole bunch of chestnuts like that. And then I shall cut this tree down and put in a service tree. Yeah, that's going to come through. So service trees can be over there. That's going to be a really nice little... maybe I'll put them along there. No, I actually do like... I like a bit of space in front of the town where the raiders keep coming through. I want to be able to see so I can make educated decisions. Service tree for my tannins. I don't think I need that many, so... yeah, that should... oh, come here. Just let me click. Game. Behave. Bam. There we go. That's a bunch of treeing and tree cutting. And so I think A fruit and nut and grain-based diet supplemented with some meat is a good idea, not like the 180 odd cows I got in the other game. And that's up. Brilliant. So we now have a capacity of 30. I can make sure the sheep limits are high. I don't want to go to like insane numbers, but I think that seems sensible. At least for now. And they will hopefully cull. That was what seemed to not happen in the other game. So what have we got here? Anything useful? I could pick up that tech, which I don't want to do. Linen, wool cloth. I kind of do want, actually. We've got, I think, plenty of linen. And we can sell off like slings and like insane amounts of. Do I want anything else while we're here? Charcoal. Yeah, I'm going to grab some charcoal and some copper. Let's get the industry going. 95.95. Happy coincidence. Brilliant. Now, when this workshop goes up, what do we want? We want sickles, axes, and picks to start with. I think. And maybe I'll chuck in knives as well. I think if we've got enough bows, we don't have to worry too much about copper spears. I might be wrong about that. It might be relevant for hunting, but I am hoping to progress off hunting and more into these gathered and produced foods, because we have a lot of them. And I think that's going to be good. By the way, I have set my current production limits at about 75% across the board. And actually I'm going to do that for this one as well. I don't know if it's going to reliably keep everyone fed. I am hoping it does. I'm very much hoping it does. And we do have a new workshop option. So do I have somewhere to squeeze that? Actually, if I get rid of this rock pile, I might just... So I will probably put in another rock pile, even a couple. I'm kind of thinking that I needed to do a little bit more of that in my other game, just to make sure that they would go out and gather. But it's a bit hard to tell if that matters. So, production workshop. Okay, so we're waiting for them to move some stuff? Not sure. Well, I can't fit the workshop over in the other corner, so we'll put it right there. Let me just... Yeah, that seems fine. It'll just have to be a little bit of a walk for the production people to go and grab the stuff they need. But that's okay. Charcoal is being made. Copper and tools. Are we seeing anything that's copper come through just yet? Doesn't quite look like it. We just have to be a bit patient. I might put that on high priority. It is important to me that they upgrade their tools. The fourth big rock is coming in, and I'm rather pleased to see there's four of them, maybe, no, four of them dragging it, which is brilliant. Still a few more to go, but the rest of the walls are laid out, I think. I think this is what we're going to go for now. It gives a bit of breathing room and plenty of opportunities to expand and put in like a second area if we want. This gated area should allow our overhanging fire, enfilade fire, which would hopefully be a good thing. And other than that, kind of wondering, do we need this much fish? I'm going to leave it. I hate everyone having to walk so far away, but on the other hand, it's not too bad. Sheep and goats doing pretty well, and we've got plenty of shelter for them. The workshop is... where are you, workshop? I could have sworn I built one somewhere. Oh, it's up over here, that's right. So that's up. So I can tell them to do this. Yeah, I'll tell them to do that. They're going to make those things. You're going to make not those things. And actually, you know what? We're going to keep making those because those sell. And they're not going to sell forever. I'm pretty sure they'll drop in value pretty promptly. But we do want these. We want that stuff. And yeah, I'm going to leave the bows off so you're not constantly doing that. Can I just leave you in charge of bows? Is that going to be alright? You're going to be able to manage that? I think we can manage that. Oh my god, I need to sell some bows. Next time the trader comes through, we're gutting them. We're emptying them out. Bows and harpoons, you're going to be just on the market. We're going to bulk ship them. And I do have a bunch of tech to spend, so... I don't know, do I just skip all of this? Just jump straight to the Bronze Age. Why not? Let's just rush it. Boom. We're going to just smash those hardcore weapons and... Yeah, I mean, there's really no reason not to, because the game doesn't really... What do we got here? Flint. That's the copper mine underway. And yeah, that's tin. So we'll put some of that in. The game doesn't really discourage you from doing that. There's no extra penalties to smelting tin, for example, or any difficulty. I'm going to put... Alright, let me have a look. That's tin. I'm going to put another one in just because I'm hoping they don't spend too much time over here. Likewise, a copper. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Nope, I'm going to do it just because it might be useful. There we go. So I can see that we got minor menhir draggers. I'm trying to get the pronunciation for that big rock right, and I'm totally failing. So we've got those draggers coming through. And I do want fairly soon beer brewing as well, but I don't know, that seems slightly less important. I could go straight up for masonry, which I'm kind of tempted to do, because stone walls and steel composite bows and all of that kind of stuff, iron, bronze, that would be pretty handy. And it would save me a whole bunch of wood, which is currently we're spending quite a bit on these walls. And I'd also be able to go up to the next level of house, which would also be brilliant. It would very much help the population out. Are we struggling along okay? I think we are. Arguably making too much food. So I'm going to have a little look, and I think I'm just going to cancel this work area. We're just going to knock that right out. I'm always a little cautious dropping these work areas. I'm really worried about long-term sort of second order effects, like how long does it take before that work area, the impact of that starts to tell. And likewise, for example, we're a little short on barley right now, or on hay, so it's almost certainly time to put in some barley, but I need to get rid of that tree. And what do we got? Work area, harvest plants. Yeah, we're going to scratch that one down too, because we're going to have a whole new field to manage, and I don't want people out there doing the wrong thing. So this one should come through quite well. This one's coming through. Hurry up, chat. Looking at the copper, we've got heaps of it. I keep buying it as well, which means that our people aren't spending quite as much time producing it, which is probably a good thing. Why can't I... Alright, we'll do that much barley. Okay, great. That's a lot of barley. Let's have a look at where we are with tools. We've got copper spears, copper knives, axes, a ton of copper sickles, which is good. And again, picks, a bunch of them. I'm confident. We're doing great. And it's probably a good time to end it right there, because our settlement is just looking absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, I'm hoping in the next episode we'll see the stone circle built. And I'm pleased we've got a nice location for it, right on that hill. That feels, I don't know, thematically appropriate. And that's far more important than efficiency in my book. Anyway, until next time, I've been TinyPirate. Thanks for watching. Good night.